Ah, the joys being back in Satisfactory and realizing all of the new paths that must be gone down because, well, we didn't do as well as we could have. But I think that's kind of life. One thing I want to do early on, and by the way, welcome everybody. I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully it's a relaxing day for you. And we're nearly out of plates. I'm going to run over here and get some more concrete because I see that coming up. And we're going to turn on some zoop. I always wonder if, how early do you start, like, oh, I'm going to want this over here later. And it's like, I don't know. I barely figure out what I'm doing right now, let alone what's coming up later. So at least we've got some platforms under this. Something that I usually don't get to do till it's, tear down half the map and refigure it from there. So that's nice. And of course, the game suggests verticality. And it's like, well, okay, but I'm missing a lot of stuff that makes that easier at this point. And I do want to get at least this concrete stuff up off just being on the ground. So we will just slap some stuff in here. I don't want it facing the wall. I have always wished I was better at pre-planning this sort of stuff. I think it would save so much frustration and time, and we just turned off power to the copper up there, so that, don't forget about that. Must have some storage. Though at this point, with Mark 1s, we really can't even keep up. So that's always a pain. get that spitting some stuff out. And last time we built all this up so that it so that it'll chain, but I don't have it up on platforms, which means, of course, it's taking more room than it probably needs to. Which is never fun. So, of course, we're going to completely kill power for a little bit. Good news is I actually have all of the supplies, because you get 100% back. Otherwise, I don't know that this game would be playable. Could you imagine? With all the redesigns that happen in here? Especially with my little feeble mind. Now, where to put it? I know this area over here opens up pretty well. Want to get it on the grid. Just because it helps it line up later, and I'm already going to be off on so many grid squares. And there weren't any, nope, there weren't any containers dropped, so that means I'll have to go pick those up later. And I mean, I've seen the blueprinters. I get the idea of them. I've just never been good at using them. It sounds like something that should be immensely better than my method. Oh man, it's not gonna let me pick up that piece of grass. Okay, well, you know, such is life. And I've seen people make just amazing blueprints for different things, particularly power distribution, stuff like that. You know, they'll have an entire production line blueprinted out, and it's like, God, that must be nice, because I can barely function most days. That didn't line up really great. Well, of course, that's not going to work. I've got to get rid of this plant. It is just bugging me. Got enough ugliness here. I don't need to make more. I have lost all sense of direction here. And it's easy to do, at least for me. Just completely get messed up, facing the wrong direction. Come on, stop spinning that fast. And then I think that means I'm going to end up doing something like that. And of course, one of the things I've found is everything in this game is bigger than you think it will be, even if you count out how big it's gonna be. And that just never gets corrected, at least for me. All right, and then we need another constructor. And we set this one to make biofuel. And then that goes there. And I didn't make this high enough because those rocks are going to poke through. And that's the sort of stuff that always bites me. Yay! We got this already. As soon as we get power to it, I mean, you know. And then power. Funny part is, I was thinking earlier, I'm like, man, I wish I had like a system to pin things, and then I remembered they do. I'm just an idiot and can't remember it. And yes, I know I'm going to need more than just these two, but it's what I have right now. So no, it's not like super duper wow sophisticated, but at least now it's quasi set up. And we'll actually be able to see the layout. And if I'm really, really lucky, actually get it to work. Okay, so once again working. Nope. So we've got some power out here. Is it still trying to... Oh, yep, it's just starting up. Okay. No, it has no power. Why has it no power? Because that crashed, because I didn't turn them on. I'm guessing. Alrighty. And as there's only one, well, there's not even one, it's 2/3 of this thing's capability. Sorry, I'm noticing my sound is a little messed up, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to make sure it stays okay. Yay! Even when it's not working well, it's better than it not working. And we need more iron rods. Luckily, I have a place collecting them. Got a few sitting in here, which is good. And note, I still haven't started making screws. I'm just getting this spasticness organized. Now, how to get, because again, verticality is what we're looking for here. So the only way I know of, and 6 people will tell me I'm wrong, is to build walls and then build floors off the walls, at least at this point, because I don't have enough metal standing next to the metal bin. Now I have enough metal. I tried desperately not to leave things just embedded in walls. It's my own little quirk. My ADD, OCD, lizard brain does not like that. So that should fire that back up. Yay. Get this built up a little bit so we have another floor up here. Need more concrete. because I don't have the quantum storage yet. Because I don't have the... I can't think of it. The thing that issues tickets. I don't have that yet. So I can't buy those bits. And now to build a ramp, because, again, no ladders. Out of concrete already. I want to go take a look and see if there is, of course, because that's the field research. But if I go back here, do any of these have a resource sink? That's what I was thinking of. The awesome sink. No, but I want those. I gotta make those, which means I gotta make screws, and then I gotta make those. See, this is the problem. You get just 97 things that you're working on. Okay, we're going to do logistics because that makes me happier. Oh, it helps if I stop grabbing stuff from over there. And I know I don't have the reinforced plate. So we're going to have to make that. Because Mark II belts would help in some cases. Here, specifically. And specifically with the goal of getting all of this automated. Oops. 1,600 screws. That's more than I need. On even the wildest level. But I do need a lot. Because I need a lot of reinforced iron plate. And I'm probably better off automating building screws and plates than just building them to get the faster belt. See, spastic brain. It really sucks some days. So I can do a lift. It has to look glitchy because I don't have the little floor ports. Yo! Yet. And I need 2 of those plates. You bastards. Lots of running back and forth. Running. Nope, nope, stop it. Alrighty. And then, once we get screws being made, normally I don't think I like how that's aimed away. Nope, 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 nope. And at this point, I know you can't get, I mean, I've done it. I've had him just runs literally connected in. Just don't think I can do it right now with the build pieces that I have. So it's 1 to 4, just like it is, but it builds 40 per minute. And then we must collect them because we're going to have a bunch of them. And that is not doing what I want. So we're going to take this out. Well, let's see if that works better. I don't want curve, I want straight. We should have... Yep, okay, so we've got that moving in. And I think we need the assembler to actually build. Yeah, because it has to have 2 inputs. So that's going to be a second anyway. But at least now we have screws getting mass made. Which is definitely worth something. And that runs me out of concrete. And I don't have copper powered again yet. Damn it. See how far we can run this over here. That should power the copper back up. Kind of figured that was going to happen. I mean, eventually it has to. That's part of what we do here. So then we cheat. I don't know if it's cheating, but put another splitter in here. Well, that's not lined up. And I obviously don't need all of those. I was really smart. I mean, really, really super extra not dumb. I would do this. Well, where did it go? There it is. Because then I can see what we're doing and get things lined up, kinda, sorta. At least get a better perspective on it. I'm just not going to fight that. Pretty sure I'm going to need another one before this is all done. That already has 4 on it, which means we do this. Okay, now, can we get down? No. I love that it's, you damaged fix-it property. Not that you got hurt. Who cares about that? You damaged fix-it property. Because that's really the important bit here. Such an awesome game on the evils of corporate entities. Not that I think I'm in any danger of running out, but, must keep the production lines going. That'll get us a bunch more biomass rolling. Should have, I know we don't have enough concrete yet. I can say we should have enough screws by now. But I also know that bin's going to be filled soon, and then not too long into the future, we'll redrain it again. And it's getting close. Steal all those screws. We can put them back in a minute. Go make our reinforced iron plates. Don't need any more of that stuff just yet. And I don't need to. I want to go check the production rates here, because that's making 30 per minute. And I don't know, I think it said it was using 10 per minute. Yeah, it uses 10 a minute there, so we're still we're still making net 20 positive per minute. We still don't have enough. Good gravy. How is that possible? Because I need, well, more screws. As luck would have it. Which just seems so dreadfully wrong. I suppose we could make a second screw constructor, but that seems like that's just gonna get ugly, 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 ugly. Oh, ran out. I'm gonna go scrape up some more screws. So it's still not going fast enough. As always, cannot wait to get further up the tech tree. That should actually be enough plates to complete that. Yep. Now we just need concrete. More and more and more and more concrete. And another 100, roughly. Goodness. And of course, because of that, this cannot possibly build anything up. I do want to go up here and look at making some more copper, or making cable out of the copper wire. Cut this down. I don't remember how fast we're making wire. Making it at 30 a minute, which is how we have that much already sitting here. We want quartz. We don't have anything to do with it yet.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Store this potential resource for later use.
Indubitably. And of course, the irony here is I'm using my concrete to do this. The thing that's holding me up get the dumbness going. I mean, if you're gonna do it dumb. How much is that? Oh, that takes 60 per minute. So we're literally gonna outrun. And yeah, that's building up quick. No, that's making 30 a minute. That's taking half. Eat gads, man. I mean, eventually we'll get to the point where it is piling up, but not easily. Well, if you're gonna do the dumb, do it early. It'll hurt less. Well, that's never gonna run as fast as it can, but I'm gonna need more of that stuff, so. At least we have a little bit of a running lead, but that's still not going to work well. Unless I actually take the time now to build enough to keep it from falling behind, which, as you know, is not how the world works. I need more. Damn it. But while we're standing here, we might as well put this splitter in place. Well, that's not lined up. Yep, that's too far off. Okay. Well, rebuild and rebuild and rebuild. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. I'm not surprised by it. I am perhaps a little disappointed in myself for leaving me open like this. But it is what happens. Yeah. Might as well have it building while we're working on everything. Must go make more reinforced plates. You know, the terrible part is I really haven't advanced my tier at all. But I know there's later stages where you're going to spend hours just refining stuff and literally not moving that tier forward at all. Got screws. Do I have metal? Yep. Okay. I can only make 5 plates. How ridiculous, because that's all the screws I have. But I've got screws turning away over here. I do that running off there knowing full well, my God, my knees would just implode trying to do that. God, come on. Oh, you're walking around up on my platform, boss. That's the opposite of cool. Ugh, this is so janky. I promise I'm not setting out to do spaghetti. It's a natural byproduct of my mental process. And that doesn't make it better. That just makes it honest. Oh, that's probably not right, but, you know, that's life. And then let me put some of these back away because I don't need them in my pockets. I prefer the straight if I can use it. So we at least got that refined. It's at least going to keep up with itself now. That's not going to stop. We could double this whole thing. Not really have a problem. Good part is now we will get to where this backs up much faster. And you could do the math. I'm not going to, but you know. Now this gets to run at full speed. And see, the temptation is to turn around, grab a stack of copper wire and put it in here. Don't do that. Don't do that, because that will bind all kinds of stuff up if you have any kind of sushi going on. That's how you break stuff. With no sushi going on, it's less likely. And it won't really matter because we're overfilled anyway. Come in here, put... Where'd it go? There it goes. So that's not going to run out because it's feeding literally at the same speed. Then I come in here, and we're popped. You know, this looks like all that room to build, but it's like eight square inches when it's all said and done. It just turns into next to, oh, shit. Ow. Don't run off the edge, dummy. I can't even, I'm sure I'm not even close on concrete. Another 40? No, 30. Alrighty, well, good thing we have some wood to feed in here. Time to go collect some resources for this thing, because it just always eats. It is vacuum. It can both scream and eat at the same time. Oh, that's right. I forgot there was a Mercer sphere over here.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
Well, absolutely, I'm not letting go of that. Even if I didn't know what it's good for, I would know that it's special. Drop several hundred pieces of wood in there. because of course, oh, I need to turn that off. I always forget to take it off the chainsaw, and then I wonder why I'm being annoyed by some gas, two-stroke engine sound. Duh. No, I want to store my Mercer sphere over here. $170. So let's go see if we've got 30 more. I doubt it. Because, it hasn't been an hour and a half. We do. Yay, we get Type 2 belts.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint, Fix-It.
Well, okay, I guess. And stackable poles, that's so cool. We need how much? 1,500 wire. Makes me sad that I just started making all that electrical care, all that cable. And 500 concrete just for the space elevator. Well, I'm gonna start working toward... don't want to do that. Part assembly. And that's still going to be a lot of stuff. I should be, yeah. Oh, it's not back yet. That's right. Takes 4.5 minutes. By then we'll have our 300 screws. Okay, stuff's still slowly coming in. Now, the real question is, do I just go, heavy in? Yeah, I think I do. Start just plowing up or, ramping up that iron output. So there's our screws. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I did not get hurt. I want that noted. Still not back. And what do we need for Type 2 belts? That's right. So we need this next tier open to get that assembler going so we can just start mass producing reinforced plates. Which of course means we're going to have to ramp up that iron production. Yeah, the amount of concrete needed is just going to be ridiculous. Oh, come on, let me up there. Trying to figure out where I want all of this to head to. And I know that's not 100% fair or realistic. I should say it's not realistic. No, I don't need a splitter on this one. I need a merger. Now, if I remember right, each of these is putting out 60. Yeah. Need to make a bunch of these plates ahead of time because, well, I'm going to need a bunch of level 2 conveyor belts, or at least I'm going to want a bunch of level 2 conveyor belts. Cool. Now, the real question is, do I do the field research or do I part assembly? I'm going to make the poor choice. And I have cable getting made. There should be a crap ton of it over here. Luckily, we've got that going, and now we've reset the how long is it going to take to fill that container. To be, of course, just short of years. And let me go check and see how many screws we've got made. Can't be too many. But it's enough. Yay, we'll have parts assembly. And that's going to take 6 minutes.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating.
And don't get me wrong, I do need to do the research. I know that, because the MAM is just too valuable.
Elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural
help
resources.
if I have that aimed the right way, you dummy. When you put the merger in going the wrong way, you deserve whatever you get. And that's the way it needed to go. And that's a splitter, not a merger. Which means we now need this here. Now we'll at least have a metric crap ton of ore going in, which will overfill it pretty quickly. It also means we can greatly expand this next time, because this takes 30 per minute. We've now got 180. Well, we've got 120 coming in. We can't actually hit 180. But that still means we can have 4 of those feeding in. Yay. Progress, progress. We did get 2 of the tiers advanced, or we advanced by 2 tiers, which is muy awesome. I do need to take some time and literally just cut down a grep of wood. Although it's good to see Al. That's about running out. So gives us a plan for next time. Got to come clear this little area here of wood, pretty much. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know when we're going to get to coal, but it's going to be a big deal to get there. We're still going to need so much stuff to make that space elevator. I think we're probably a couple of episodes away from getting that even really started. Looks like we've got plenty of biofuel for power. We can start building assemblers, so we can start automating the reinforced iron plates. I think it's going to be... turn that off. I think it's going to be a good next episode. There's still so far to go. But it's early days. I don't pretend that we're even close to leaving early game. It's such a big game here. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for stopping by. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.